is. Because when you are sitting here, you're listening the stories of the Prophet, you're listening the Sunnahs, we're talking about Quran and the life of the Prophet. And you know what? When you are paying attention, you are focused, you are alert, you are awake, and you're listening. Actually, you are absorbing. And this is a spiritual food for you. And you're not only you're sitting alone here with the mummies and the family. No, 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 no. There are angels with you. And they are writing every single report about you. Are you guys are listening properly? Are you paying attention? Are you making notes? Whatever you are doing, angels are writing them. They are making the Excel sheet. And this sheet after the class goes to the Allah Kareem. Because in the hadith, our Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned that the person who is sitting in the gathering where they talked about the Prophet, about the Sunnah, about the Quran, Zikr, and when that sitting is going to finish, then Allah Kareem, just call the angels and ask them, give me the report, what the guys or girls are doing there. And then Allah, angels send the report, they offer, they read everything to Allah Kareem, that the kids are sitting there, the youth are sitting there, they wanna get your mercy, they wanna make you happy. They are sitting only for you, Allah Kareem. They are asking for paradise. They are asking for their own dreams as well. Allah Kareem, can you fulfill their dreams with the good GPA, good grades, and whatever their desires are, their dreams are, and Allah Kareem sanction the order right away. And when we are sitting here, and you know what? Not only angels are sitting with us, they are sometimes touching your body, and they feel good. They hold your body and they touch their heart. They give you respect. That you are the one so blessed, talking about Allah Kareem, and they keep you away from the worries, from the hardships of the life. Life will be easy, inshallah. Inshallah. You know what? This is a pandemic period. It's for the time being. This is a test. But if we are tolerating this and we show our full patience and we make a connection with the prophets and especially with our beloved prophet, we love every prophet, all of them, more than 100,000 prophets. We love them. But if we follow the sunnahs, and if we learn the lesson and we are focused, alert, and the angels are sending report to Allah Kareem that this is the baby, this is the young kid, this is the teenager, this is the mommy, they are listening, they are learning, and Allah Kareem is sending His blessing, happiness, peace, coolness on whole gathering in the house as well. No worries, no hardships, nothing, no tests. Or Allah Kareem makes you strong. This gathering gives you the strength, inshallah. This is a source of the connection with the Allah Kareem. He is the Almighty. He has everything. Whatever we need in our life, we have to ask Allah Kareem. And why not? Why not? We want to make this sitting a dua. When you are sitting here, you are listening the stories of the prophets, the sunnahs and everything. Just be conscious of Allah Kareem. Not be conscious of me or mommy. No, be conscious of Allah Kareem. Allah Kareem, I'm sitting here for you. Can you send your blessing on me? These are my desires and dreams. Can you please my heart? And Allah Kareem, definite, fill your heart with the happiness, inshallah, with the peace, with the pleasure, with the joy, and your face will be bright and true. A person who is listening about Allah Kareem and the prophets and learning the sunnahs, Allah Kareem bright his face, inshallah, bright his heart, inshallah. That's why you guys are very lucky. You're sitting here only to seeking the pleasure of Allah Kareem. Allah Kareem, inshallah, grant you success, mercy, happiness, joyness, everything in your life, inshallah. Last time we were talking about the story of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, and it was very interesting, and in the middle we have to stop it because the class was over. Now we restart it, we resume it. What we learned about Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, he was the first person, first prophet. Allah Kareem created him with the mud and left him without his spirit for the almost thousands of years. And when after that, one day Allah Kareem put his soul in the person, and now he is alive with the spirit. First it was just a mummy and dummy, and now he is a human being. And then Allah Kareem asked the angel, Allah Kareem taught him all the important things, and then asked the angel questions about that, and angels don't know because they only know whatever Allah taught them. And then Allah Kareem asked all the angels to prostrate about from before Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. Everybody do the sajda except Shaitan, and then Shaitan was trying to mislead Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. Meanwhile, Hazrat Adam alayhi salam was having fun in the Jannah, and he after some time feel kind of bored, and then Allah Kareem one night create Hazrat Hawa alayhi salam, and they become the life partner. Now their life is full of happiness, joy and peace, and they are wandering around enjoying the fruits and the beautiful gardens and the lakes and everything, and they are having a great fun in the Jannah. But Shaitan, who was from the very first day enemy of the human being, because he feel pride that I am created by fire, so I am strong. Why the human beings are getting the preference upon me, and how they know everything, and all the angels are just doing the sajda and bending them in front of Adam and Hawa. That's why he don't like it. He was enemy of the human being. And one day, because Allah Kareem asked Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, enjoy everything but don't touch one specific tree. And Shaitan misled Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. He came to the Hazrat Adam alayhi salam as Bibi Hawa and asked them, if you eat that fruit, you will be everlasting. There will be no death. And then he said, Wallahi, he swore of Allah Kareem. And Hazrat Adam alayhi salam was so innocent as Bibi Hawa. They thought nobody can have a false qasam of Allah Kareem. And that's why they believe him. And they touched the tree. When they touched the tree, and all of a sudden they feel there was kind of thunder, and their whole clothes, they are gone, and they feel embarrassed, and they are collecting the leaves of the trees and covering themselves. And Allah Kareem was very mad and angry on them, and he said, I asked you, I told you, don't touch that tree, but you disobey that. Now you have to accept the punish. I want to kick you out from the Jannah and send you on the earth. We talked about this much, and over here there is a lesson for us. If we don't follow the orders of Allah Kareem, then He can snatch back His all blessing from us. And we have thousands of His blessing around us. First of all, our parents. We can't live, we can't survive without them. Our house, our car, and major thing is our iman, and then our body. If there is no kidneys, we can't go to the washroom, we can do pass our urine. If there is no nose, and in accident if we lose our nose, we can't heal in and out, we can't be survive. For the heart, if we don't have a ribs case in around the heart, and heart will be squeezed, and we have a heart failure, and we will die. These are the blessing. Our hands, if we don't have hands, we can't write, we can't eat, we can't do anything. If we don't have a legs, we can't walk. There is millions of the blessing. If we don't follow Allah Kareem, Allah Kareem can take back, Nauzubillah, all His blessings are one by one. That's why we have to learn this lesson. If we disobey whatever Allah Kareem ordered us, we have to do only that stuff. And if we forbid something, we have to stay away. Don't touch anything, whatever is haram. Haram mean Allah Kareem not allowed us to do that. It's not permitted in our religion. And Hazrat Adam alayhi salam and Bibi Hawa in the punish, Allah Kareem take back all his blessings. And what was the blessing? Paradise. We dream for paradise. We're trying our best. We are working hard. We are praying whole night. We are fasting. We are doing the good deeds. Why? We want to get paradise. And as Adam alayhi salam, as Bibi Hawa, they got the paradise, and then it's taken away from them because they disobey one order. Think about how many orders we every day we reject so many things, we ignore so many things. That's why we should be conscious. After learning this story, we should be very conscious that we want to keep all these blessings. We can't lose them, because if we are deprived of these things, we will die. We can't live without our parents. We can't live without our organs. Everything is so important. Our cars, our school, our friends, our teachers. That's why we have to follow always whatever Allah Kareem ordered us to do. What are the halal things, we have to do that. And what are the harams and prohibited, we have to stay away from every prohibited things. Okay, whatever forbidden, it's forbidden. That's haram for us. And then Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, Hazrat Bibi Hawa, when they kicked her to the earth, and they have to now work hard. In Jannah they don't need to build the house. In Jannah they don't need to cultivate the land. Now they have to grow the vegetables, fruits, plant the trees, make the house, cook the food, cut the vegetables, slaughter the cows, and then make the meat and the kebabs, so many things. And then there's lots of work. Allah Kareem, and they seek refuge to Allah Kareem, and then Allah Kareem accept their tawbah, and then ask them to stay for a specific time on the earth, and your kids will be on the earth too. And we are the kids of Hazrat Adam alayhi salam and Hazrat Bibi Hawa. That's why we are staying here. Our ultimate goal is our back home, Jannatul Firdaus, where our father and mother, Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, Hazrat Bibi Hawa, was used to stay. And we are only here for the test, for that exam. And we have to be ready, and we are trying our best to reach that, our pavilion, our back home. Inshallah, we will, inshallah, Aziz. And what happened? Allah Kareem wanna continue their generations, their offsprings. Then Allah Kareem grant them a baby boy and a baby girl, twins, right? And after some time, another baby boy and baby girl. And this is continuous, because only two parents on the planet, right? And Allah Kareem has to fill the planet. So they have twins always, one girl and one boy. And the same day, the girl and boy, their birth is on the same day, they are a real sister and brother. And the next time, the girl and boy, they are the sister and brother. And when they grew up, then Hazrat Adam alayhi salam married them. How they made the couple? The real brother and sisters of one day to the next time's real brother and sister, the girl married to the other boy, and the other boy married to this girl, because real brother and sister can't get married, right? And that's why one of the son, his name was Kabil, and one of the son was Habil. Habil and Kabil wanna marry the same girl. And Kabil was kind of very harsh, and he was listening to the shaitan most of the time. And Habil was very humble kid. Habil was having the sheep's shelter, and he grew lots of sheep. It was his profession. And Kabil was doing the cultivation. He was a farmer. He was growing the vegetables and plants and the grains. But he don't like Habil, because he wanna marry the girl, she was a real sister of Qabil, and it was not allowed. Hazrat Adam alayhi salam asked her, you can't marry your real sister. Your birth is on the same day. That's why you have to marry with the Habil's sister, and Habil has to marry with your sister. And in this way, they have a little bit arguments. Uh, Habil and Qabil, both brothers. And one day, Habil went to his shed and with their sheaves and on the shelter, and in the evening he came late. He was not showed up, and Hazrat Adam alayhi salam asked Qabil to go and look after for your brother where he is, why he is late today. When Qabil went out, Habil was on his way to the home, and on the way Qabil argued with him, and Qabil killed Habil, his brother. That was the first murder on the planet. Qabil killed Habil, his brother. And then he realized, oh my God, I don't know where to put the dead body, because it was the first murder. They don't know how to bury and what to do, throw in the river and burn, or what to do. And all of a sudden, Allah Kareem sent a crow. The both crows, they are fighting on the tree. One crow killed the other one, and then the crow, what the crow did, Allah Kareem wanna demonstrate and show the Qabil what to do with the dead body. So that both crows, one killed to the other. The dead body, what the crow did with that, he dig the ground, drag the crow in the grave, and then with his beaks and the legs, feet, he just put the mud and the sand on top of that, just like a grave. And then Qabil realized, oh my God, that's the good way. He dig the ground and he buried his real brother Habil, the nice brother, on the ground. And then he came home. Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, Allah Kareem, because he was the prophet, by Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam told him the whole story. And then he asked Qabil, you have to seek refuge and do tawbah to Allah Kareem. You did a big blunder. You murder your brother. And in this way, he feels so repentant, and then he did his tawbah, and Hazrat Adam alayhi salam on his behalf, he did his tawbah to Allah Kareem, can you forgive my kids? And then Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, he has lots of kids, girls and boys, and they are getting married, and they have their kids, and slowly they create a one city and the town, and then the big and the province and then the city. And this way we all are just on the planet, and we all are real sister and brothers actually, because our parents are the same. If we are saying, oh, that person is not a rich person, he's not a beautiful, he don't have a, God forbid, big house, or this kind of, and he's a poor, or he's not a beautiful, it means we are talking nasty stuff about our real brothers and sisters. We are all brothers and sisters who are Muslims, who are listening to Allah Kareem, who are following the sunnahs of the Prophet. But the other people on the planet, like Sikh, Hindus, Christians, Jews, they are our brothers and sisters on human basis, because they are human beings too, and they are the kids of Adam alayhi salam as Bibi Hawa as well. But because we are following one Allah Kareem as a Muslim, we believe all prophets, and we are following the sunnahs of our beloved Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have a same iman, same book, and same beliefs and same faith. That's why we Muslim are the closer real brother and sister. So whenever we are making our friends, make sure your friends should be Muslims, because you are on the same boat, on the same page. No conflict, no arguments, because we are following the same regulations, same rules. the lifestyle of our Prophet, what he led. There's no difference at all. That's why I advise you, make your friend in your community, with your Muslim brothers and sisters. Always, whatever your friends are, inform your parents. Your parents should know where you are going, with whom you are sitting, with who you are talking over the phone. They should know that. No secrecy, no secrets, no privacy from your parents and brothers and sisters. We are all equal. If you have any issues and challenges in your life, you have to talk to your parents. Don't talk to the other people. You can take advice of your true real Muslim brothers and sisters, but the basic thing is, what is the basic message? First you have to talk to your parents, share with your parents, and try your best, go with the teaching of Islam always. And how you will be on the right path? When you are coming to the classes, listening about the prophets, how many things we learn. We have to follow the Allah Kareem's order, whatever in the Quran and Sunnah. If we don't follow, we will kicked out. Allah Kareem can be take back his all blessings from us, or some of them, and we can't tolerate it. We can't live without our beloved ones. That's why this is a major thing. If you are not coming to the class, how you can learn this? And we learn that on the planet we are here for time being. Ultimately we have to go to Allah Kareem, back to our house in the Jannah, and we are trying to pass this test because our father Hazrat Adam alayhi salam came to the planet. This was only exam, how we live, how we manage the life. We are trying our best to manage nicely our life, and ultimately, inshallah, we all will go to the Jannatul Firdaus, and we will stay there, inshallah, everlasting in Jannah.